Done.
Does everybody remember where we left off last session?
Yes, we had just not died.
I'm dead.
And we had been blessed by something, or various somethings.
Yes, you had
Man,
embarked
do I have
on
a
a
headache.
path. Okay, so generally, as like all spirit warriors, follow like a path, but they're very general. You've narrowed your path down very specifically, and you're following in sort of these grand heroes' paths, sort of like having a mentor. Okay, and you've gained like a lot of knowledge that you normally wouldn't have. So, for example, any of you who took something that increased your hit dice, which was everybody took this, so that has allowed you to like learn new ways for you to circulate your energy through your body that enhances you physically. Okay, and that's what represents the increased hit points, is just you're more durable now as your spirit's arts circulate your body more efficiently. And you sort of can repel foreign bodies. Okay. Yes, so where we left you, you were at the stones. So I'll just take you there. And you're all looking a little bit sickly. A massive drop of lava had fallen onto the stone earlier, and after you had all gained your powers, some of you suffering greatly through the arduous process, some mainly suffering from taking somebody's name in vain.
I
You
wonder who that
can-
was.
You've seen the massive ring. Okay, it's made up of like ice energy. Okay, that's hardened, or ice mana that's hardened in the sky into this massive ring that sort of rotates around Watcher's Peak, or the fifth finger, whatever your tribe necessarily calls it, the ever smoking mountain at the center of this uh, cradle valley crater that you live in. uh, and yeah, you've seen that it's sort of broken and it's falling apart. There's like some ice creatures that actually live on it, and you can see that they're flying off from it, some spirit animals. As you're watching this and tending to the wounded and looking each other over and sort of understanding your new paths and abilities that you're just sort of grappling with. Uh, what's your character's name again? Åvna? No, Åvna. Åvna. Åvna notices that there's more lava starting to fall down from the peak above, and far below, sort of this mist is starting to rise up from below where you guys are. There's mist rolling up the mountain, sort of in a little trickle, and then sort of more of it, and you can hear a rumble above you.
Okay. Excuse me. Chili chips went down the wrong way.
Lovely.
I was trying to stuff the last handful in my mouth before. All right. Since I notice that there is more lava falling and there seems to be a bit of a rumble, I will check on Afanen. I know that he seemed to suffer pretty badly in his transmogrification.
Yes.
And Rukka is conscious and okay, but badly injured as well. The mountain seems to be about to erupt, or worse. We should be vacating now. Can you move, Afanen? Rukka, are you okay?
Yep. No, I'll be fine.
And you, Kridi?
I'm fine.
Let's go.
So
Can Afanen move?
Afanen, after a little bit of tender administrations, you can gain 1 hit point, and yes, you can move on 1 hit point, but you don't feel very good.
I will help Afanen then. I'm pretty strong.
All right.
I'll rephrase that. I am very strong.
Rephrase it again. You are the strongest.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
You might be the strongest one here.
Yes, so I will pick up Afanen, who I believe is fairly slight, or at least help Afanen to his feet and help lead him to safety down the mountain, wherever is the most appropriate place. Kridi, Rukka, can you get us off this mountain?
Yep. No worries.
Sorry, and one other thing before we go any further. There was one other piece of housekeeping that I wanted to talk about, which was that I added fatigue
Yes,
to the house rules. Okay, yes. So that was just to replace the death saving throws full stop. Okay, so you don't need to retain your death saving throws. Instead, the death spiral will be there because if you get to 5 fatigue, it kills you.
Cool.
Okay, so you don't need to retain your failed death saves now. Instead, you'll just pick up a point of fatigue for each of those death saves. So 2 points of fatigue and 1 point of fatigue, respectively.
Quick
Where
question.
is
Sorry.
fatigue? Sorry.
Fatigue,
Sorry, go.
he mentioned, was going to be the same as exhaustion, but fatigue, after a rest, all your fatigue points are lost. It's
Yes.
it's similar, but you get rid of it quicker.
Yes.
So I don't know if there's any way to record it separately. Might have to record it maybe as under the temporary hit points or a class resource maybe or something.
I tick it off where you do exhaustion now,
Yes.
but have a separate thing for
So
exhaustion.
you could put it in as a resource. So under your class resources, which is right next to the exhaustion, if you've enabled exhaustion, you can add additional class resource or race resource or whatever resources by clicking on the plus symbol. And then you can just call it whatever you want. You could call it fatigue or whatever. So I might do that now, if it will let me.
Okay, so how do I enable exhaustion then?
So if you
Sorry.
click on the cog, so up the top, just under your personal details where you've got your class and etc., you should see there's 3 tabs: core, bio, spells. Next to spells is a cog. If you click on the cog and you scroll down to about, so there should be 3 columns. In the very right column, you'll see that there's an NPC checkbox. Don't check that; it'll make your character an NPC. Scroll down about 2/3, 3/4 of the way in that first block, and you should see there's show exhaustion tracking. And
excellent.
you can change that to be on.
Thank you.
Cool, no worries. Okay, quick question, Aaron. The spell slots that we would otherwise get at first level, have we been, when we transcended, do we have the spells in those currently?
Yes. So you're at full power essentially. The your transformations have given you all this knowledge, and you feel much more powerful, much more in touch with everything. It's only those that sort of the process was really harsh on their bodies, but not on their spirits.
That's fine. In that
Okay,
case,
so your spirits are at full.
in that case, if I have my spell slots on Afanen, I will touch him on the shoulder, say a muttered prayer to the Isith, and cure him for 8 points of damage. And then I will do the same for Rukka, healing Rukka for 12. Burning both my first level spell slots.
Okay, you guys are feeling a lot better.
Feeling fantastic.
So
Yeah, on that note, do we get that extra spell slot on top of the ones we have now?
yes, but that extra spell slot can only be used to cast the spell that you have it in. Correct? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so in my
Yes.
character sheet, I've listed Goodberry as a bonus once per day spell outside of my normal
That's
spell
exactly
slots.
correct. And the additional thing that it does is it also allows you to use that to cast as like you can use other spell slots to cast that spell. So you wouldn't have to learn good berries in the morning
Yep.
to be able to cast it multiple times using other spell slots.
Other spell slots, but you can
That's
only
the
use
advantage
that
of
extra
having-
spell slot to cast that particular one. Yeah, no, I
That's the
understand.
advantage of having it in your class. The disadvantage is obviously that you could have just got the spell anyway. So
Yep.
swings and roundabouts. All right, you guys are trying to make it down the mountain, and behind you, you see like a stream of lava fall down onto that central rock, and the top of it sort of starts to bubble, and then there's a bit of an explosive crack as the obsidian underneath shatters. All right, and you're making your way down. You can hear rumbling as you go down. It's becoming more and more misty. There's it's becoming very humid. There's a lot of sort of yeah. We're just going to keep going with mist because it's just warm mist. It's not really steam exactly. Coming up the mountainside, and about 10 minutes down the mountain, there starts to be a flow of water and debris just at sort of you can see it sort of run down over overhangs falling past you. You can see the ice near you is melting and falling away. After about another 20 minutes, that's now almost a centimeter of water underneath your feet. And it's starting to become a little bit treacherous. So, how would you like to proceed? At what speed would you like to try to make it down the mountain? This is going to be a skill challenge.
I guess as quickly as possible. After you healed everybody up, it seems like we are all right to move quickly. So I guess, yeah, like fast until something happens that we shouldn't go fast.
Okay, great. So at the moment, it's only about a centimeter of water on the ground, just in places. It's not everywhere, sort of thing. And most of it's just falling over the side. Okay, the path that you're taking down at the moment sort of has a drop. It's not a particularly steep drop off to the side of you. There's a path here, but it does mean that most of the water is leaving the path. So whoever is leading or would like to make the skill check, you tell me a skill that you would like to use. I have a list of, whether that
Oops.
skill will be an
I wasn't
advantage
rolling
or disadvantage,
I was moving.
or just a regular check, and then you'll make that, and then it goes to successes and failures. Okay, so we're looking for 5 successes versus 3 failures. Is
Yep.
how this skill challenge is going to work.
Cool.
So it's 5 versus 3, and the first person to lead off needs to tell me what skill they would like to use, and I'll tell you how many dice to roll.
Well, I guess I'll take the lead as I've been doing for most of this journey, and I guess I'll use survival.
Perfect. All right, so that skill's at advantage. It's very important to you, and yet, even at advantage, you're just you're really pushing it. You and your body's just new. You're just not used to how efficient your body moves, and that leads you to sort of over step in a few places, and you actually manage to smash into the side of the wall at one stage, knocking like a massive chunk of ice into your way that is still melting. And so your path is actually blocked for a while, and it takes you some time to clear that. All right. Would someone else like to make a skill check, or would Kridi like to do it again? But yeah, you'll need to. So if you choose this in a party skill challenge, if you choose the same skill and you're the same person, it increases the DC.
All right.
Okay.
I'll let someone else take the lead then.
Should we rope up? Does anyone have rope?
I think we all have rope, yes.
No, I don't.
I don't
Not
have rope.
everybody has rope.
I also don't.
Oh, okay, cool. I have some rope then.
All right. So I will, I guess, make a survival check.
You make us. Yes, that is. Yep, just successful. So that's 1 success to 1 failure.
All right. I guess I'll keep going then, unless anyone else wants to take the lead.
I'll-
Yeah, this is going well.
I might. Oh yeah, you can do it.
That is a success as well.
Oh,
Did you want to take over, Rukka?
Yeah, I'll have
Rukka's pushing to the
survival
front.
as well.
Yeah. Okay. At advantage. Oh yeah, that's a success. Nice. You're leading the way. Okay. Now that you're at this stage, this is like a fair bit of time has passed by now. Okay. You've sort of been traveling down the mountain now for over an hour, and the water is sort of more rushing together, and you've actually left the Watcher's Peak itself, and you're making it into more the mountain range or the mountains that are here. And at that stage, the drop-offs don't really exist as much, so much as you're beginning to funnel the water where you guys are going. So it's actually a bit pushing against you. It's a bit rough. It's cold and it's icy. So anybody making these checks that don't have resistance to cold are either going to be at a regular check or disadvantage. So just keep it in mind because you're just sort of shaking. Oh, Rukka,
Mm.
do you have negatives because of your exhaustion at the moment / fatigue?
Disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay, just ability checks. That's fine.
Yep.
Not skill checks. Very well. All right. Yeah. So who would like to do what now? It's starting to flow a bit more. There's about a foot of water now. It's really trying to push you off your feet in this section.
I'm happy to keep going. I think from a meta point of view, I have the best chance of survival, of success.
Yep.
Are
Go
you
for
feeling cold yet?
So, yeah, I don't have resistance, so it'll just be a normal one, so that's a 19.
A 19 for you is a success.
So when you're
Excellent.
talking about resistance versus cold, I have
Yes.
the resistance spell, but that only gives me a bonus to a saving throw. I cannot use that to...
No, this is like you're slogging through it
Yep,
for
that's cool.
like 10 minutes.
Cool,
It's not.
understood.
Yeah.
All right, make another check, unless someone else has a better idea. I'm about to click on the button. Click, 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 click.
For it.
That is a failure. Okay. You're feeling really tired. You've been leading for a while, and in the front, you're like really pushing through. You're
Mhm.
sort of holding the group together. Okay. And as I mentioned earlier, every time you personally use the same skill, okay, it increases the difficulty.
Yep.
So a 14 is just not good enough at this stage in the check.
Sure.
It is 4 to 2 for those who are keeping track of the skill challenge.
Afanen has become emboldened by walking next to Åvna for so long and would like to try.
And what would you
survival
like to
check.
try? Oh, a survival check. All right.
with resistance to cold.
Yep.
Oh no!
Okay, so with resistance to cold, you're just at a regular check. Oh no, sorry, you still have advantage, so that's a 13. Okay, a 13 is just not enough in this part of the challenge. So that will be your third.
Afanen will never try anything ever again.
Yep, sounds about right.
That's the third failure, but you do pretty good. You're close to holding it together. You just manages to pull away from you, and as you realize that you guys are going to be swept down the mountainside, okay, everybody can make me a perception check. Oh, coming in strong.
Clearly I've already got
All right. Well, sharing the glory, Rukka and Afanen, you both spy sort of an entrance into a cave system that's sort of up and dry, and you try to make your way towards it before you're swept off your feet. Unfortunately, you don't quite manage to make it there with the skill challenge fail that you had, and you get swept away from it and down into a gully and then through a hole into a cave system. And the water pulls you along for a while until you find yourself washed out in a cavern.
Awesome. At least we're not dead.
I think when we get washed up, you will, Åvna, probably find that Afanen has claw-like fingers wrapped around you. I feel like as soon as the sweeping started, that's exactly what Afanen would have done. Grabbed onto you.
fair. Åvna probably wouldn't even notice at the moment since she's so cold. Not
Yeah,
until
you
not
guys-
until you let go, and then the blood starts flowing back.
Afanen's never letting go.
It's a bit rough on the way here. Just sort of bouncing off some rocks and debris. Everybody who has resistance to cold can take 1 point of damage, and everybody who doesn't can take 2. And yes, you find yourself in this chamber. There's water still sort of falling on Rukka and Kridi at the back. You can see the waterfall, and you're actually lying. You guys are all sort of prone and stuff. You're actually lying in about 2 feet of water, and these 2 winged kobolds are standing. Oh wait, let me just put that here. Are standing to the side of you guys. You can see that this room is lit by sort of a light white illumination. Okay, that's coming, or yeah, that's coming from the water itself. Okay, this water is infused with spirit energy, and that's giving off a soft glow. Okay, so this room has some little bit of lighting. Can you guys see at all?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
There's like
And
these dead things here, and
yes, yep. And there's a dead winged kobold in the water. This one's sort of propping him up. Although when he sees you guys, he he drops it. But as you came in, sort of just around the bend, you actually heard them sort of mourning their fallen comrade just before, and you can also see over here what look to be like bracken men or men made out of vines that are all sort of smashed apart. Yeah, and these 2 kobolds whirl upon you. What would you like to do?
They have weapons out.
Insofar as they're holding spears.
Cool.
Yes.
In an aggressive manner, point towards us.
No, this guy was just like holding someone and let them go. He's just sort of got it in his offhand at the moment. And this guy was just sort of down like he's trying to keep out of the water, but he was sort of hunched over. He's just sort of leaning on his.
Okay.
They haven't reacted exactly. They're just like looking towards you guys, and you can see
And where all the
they're-
water's coming from,
they're
which has probably
visibly,
ruined their day too.
they're visibly upset. This kobold is in like a pool of blood, and you can see that he's got like his flesh is all torn up. He's got like pieces of wood sticking out of him in various places.
Bad
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, he had a bad day. Can is there anybody who has insight in
Yes.
the group? Oh, right.
Ironically
You're the only
so.
person with insight? All right. The person who has insight can make an insight check.
Yep. Not great. Not great.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, there's these two winged kobolds. Technically three.
Åvna will hold her hand up. We just need shelter.
All right.
But it probably comes along and sit down, bitch. We just need shelter. Because, charisma 5.
Let's have a look at these guys.
Tell them a story.
It's too cold.
Yeah.
The guy 13. Okay. This one points at Rukka and says caribou.
And thus the legend was born.
And this one over here looks surprised-ish, I guess, for his face, and then you can see him like starting to get angry. And he says, "There was no trouble on this mountain until you outsiders and your stupid trial. What have you done?" Well,
we reached the summit. There was already lava forming. But this is your friend. And at that I'll move forward and crouch.
yes.
If they let me, I will attempt to use medicine to confirm yes or no if it is deceased.
He seems to have been dead for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. After you say that lava was already beginning to fall, this one over here just sort of hisses at you and moves back over here. Says, well, this is our cave. Find somewhere else. Those damn wood things, I've never seen them before. They're using some kind of life magics. And I don't like it. Should only be ice around here. This nature stuff is wrong. It shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here. You should leave.
There is nowhere else to go. The water is flooding. We got washed in here. We mean no harm, no disrespect.
I'm also pretty sure that ice is part of nature.
Yes.
Fake.
Yes. It's very true. Although it is like a different plane of existence, but yes.
We can help defend if they come back, can't we? Yes. As Åvna will turn to her companions, feeling
Yes.
quite cold.
Of course. Together we are stronger.
All right. Together we are stronger person. Would you like to make a diplomacy check?
Sure.
Thank God you didn't ask me.
Is that what, persuasion or?
Yes. Well, yeah, persuasion in this case. This guy at the back is like, without the blood of the dragon, there is only weakness. Stay away from us, filth. And
Okay,
this
cool.
other one, who was sort of looking more agreeably at you guys, will also move over to this side of the room. As you are like standing around here, you do notice this. Okay, this looks like a script circle. Okay, so it's a series of runes that are carved into the wall, and you can see mana can be used to activate it. Yeah, and also Åvna, as you have moved forward to here, and now nobody's sort of talking, you're close enough to barely hear from this direction. There's like a scratching sound on this stone slab.
Okay. Åvna will, excuse me, Åvna will relay that. There's something over there near the script circle, scratching. Perhaps trying to get in. Åvna will step back. How fast is the water flowing? And since we got washed in here, is it rising also?
It is rising. It's not rising like super quickly, you would say. Oh, but I mean, it will definitely fill this chamber in probably with that amount of water, 5 hours. You're no mathematician.
Cool. All right, these creatures as well. You said they're made of sticks, etc. Are they only made of sticks?
You can detect that there's like faint traces of life mana.
But the substance making them up is wood and nothing else?
Vines. Sticks, vines, wood. There's also like moss, ichor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So lots of juicy, gunky stuff amongst the woody, burny stuff.
Oh, they're definitely more woody, burny stuff than the other stuff. But yeah, there is some. There's some sappy residue, certainly amongst the wood. It's not all like dried timber. But yeah, the outside is very barky, very rough.
Okay, Åvna will move over to there to get out of the water.
Okay, you climb up on some of the debris. Can you make me a dexterity check, or do you have athletics or acrobatics?
I do not have the skill, acrobatics or athletics, but I have it untrained, which is better than a dexterity check. Can I make that?
Oh, do you want to use strength? Yeah, that's fine. You can use strength to try and haul yourself up.
Yep.
Yep. So sure. So you've managed to climb a bit up on the wall there. The rock here is like it's not loose, but it's not like packed in or anything. It's not formed. So you're just sort of climbing up it, and as you do so, some of it does fall away into the water, but you don't like lose your balance or anything like that.
I suggest you get out of the water to start with before we work out what we're going to do next.
Sounds good.
And Åvna will try and help anyone who needs to get up as well.
Is this the best spot to do it? Like, I guess there's not really much else, is there?
What was Afanen going to say?
Afanen, while Afanen would like to follow everything Åvna says, Afanen actually wants to step towards the kobolds. and take off one of his rings, one of the shiniest ones. And sort of like offer it to them.
Or what?
Hmm?
What do you want for this?
I'm going to point to Kridi, who's the stronger together one.
Okay. Sure, you can make a diplomacy check.
You're selling
Sorry,
pretty.
persuasion.
Smart choice.
We're doing great at this.
Yeah, this one's like, if you had have given us a shiny earlier, we wouldn't have been on the mountain path. We would have been with our tribe, but we were out trying to look for stuff, treasure. Idiots. What were we thinking? And you can see, like, he's as angry at himself as he is at you, but he is like starting to rage. There's like his horns like have actually moved on his head, like more of them as like sticking up at the back, and like the snarl on his face is becoming larger and larger, and you can tell that like if you push him again, potentially he'll just like start swinging.
Afanen is going to find a burrow and live there for the rest of his days.
Yeah, Kridi will approach Afanen and say like, yeah, let's just not talk or aggravate them anymore. Let's try and get out of this water. And I guess I'll gesture up towards where Åvna is. Åvna, sorry, yes. I guess I will attempt to climb up.
Yep.
I can provide assistance if need be, reaching down to help.
Wait.
What check should I make for this?
Do you have athletics or?
I don't have it. I don't have them either as a
So
skill.
while Åvna tries to help you like climb up here, as Åvna does not have athletics or acrobatics or is trained in climbing in any way, she's not actually very helpful. So she won't give you advantage in this situation. But you can still. Sorry?
I said just don't pull me in.
Yeah, but you can still try to make a athletics or acrobatics or dexterity or strength check, your choice, trying to climb up here.
No, cool.
Yeah, okay. So you're unsuccessful, and Åvna is in no way pulled in, like very quickly, just sort of looking at you. You do fail by enough that you manage to like twist your leg a little bit, falling back into the water. You can take a point of damage. Just
Awesome.
ow. It hurts. Also, you've like really splashed again into the water.
Yep.
Rukka, on the other hand, is just like standing under the water, full of water, because he's pretty good with it.
Did you want to
like,
move or no?
Yeah. So one of my shoulders is still all clockwork, isn't it? Like that's now.
Absolutely. So it's out the back of your arm, basically, is this massive cog here.
So Rook is going to walk up to there and he's going to flex that shoulder, like fully roll it round so that it shows off that clog to the kobolds.
Mhm.
Goes, look, when you mess with the caribou, you get the horns. If we all stay in here, we're all going to die. You need to help us now because the caribou has awakened. And I'm trying to intimidate the hell out of them.
Love it. You can have advantage on your intimidate check. That works. This guy, it sounds like he sort of wants to fight you, but as he like gets his spear and like gets up sort of launches to his feet. The other one grabs his shoulder and whispers something to him. They both look at their fallen comrade over here, and he seems to lose like all the fight and just fine. We will follow you, but don't expect much from us. We are carrying our brother. And they come over here and they pick up their fallen companion.
I'm going to look around at Åvna and go, right. So now what do we do?
Try to get to higher ground, safer ground. Is there an exit from this cave? She'll ask the kobolds.
There is a path up here, but it just leads to the river again. So, we flew up over here and we had a look, but it just leads back to the river that we came in on. So,
And what about in here, where I can hear scratching sounds?
You can.
Yeah, I mentioned that to you.
yeah, it's a big stone slab. We're not strong enough to move that.
But I mean, do you know what is behind it? Have you?
No.
You
No.
don't? Okay. We have not been up here before. I thought maybe you.
Neither have we. This seems to have all been revealed as the ice has gone. I have never heard of this place, and we have walked these paths many times.
Right,
I have never seen this.
Åvna will move forward, dropping back into the water gently, and moving up. This script circle here, she'll cast a quick gaze upon it to start with, and then listen at the wall again.
Sure, can you make me an Arcana check?
I don't have a skill in it. But there we go. I was just basically having a look to see.
Yeah, it looks like script stuff. You know from your path that these are used for all kinds of like enchantments, magical items. Scripting is like a very common sort of thing. It's how scrolls and anything that's sort of magical
Apparently
is made.
so is cooking, but my mother can't do that, so.
Yeah, most things involve like some level of scripting. This is an advanced amount of scripting, and you are not trained in it.
That's fine. The most important thing that she was coming over here for was to listen at the scratching sound.
Sure, make me a perception check. All right, so you're listening at this stone slab, and you can hear it sort of sounds like a saw or a bunch of loggers like chopping against the trees. Yeah, and sawing trees, and it's sort of that sort of sound. A sort of scraping, rasping sound.
Fair. Does anybody have any idea what these things are? How do you read them? How do you use them?
Let me have a look at that.
Yep.
I'm actually versed in that. Cool.
Yep. So, you are looking at this scripting, and it's interesting. It's been put together a lot more compactly than you sort of seen a script circle before. And it has like all this sort of recognition scripting in it. It's all about who uses it. You're not really sure how that works or like what it means, but in the end, like the parts of the pattern that you recognize and understand is that this controls an opening, and you can activate it just using your spiritual energy by channeling it into the circle. Anybody who has a cantrip or higher can use it to activate this script.
And I will do that.
All right. So you, what do you activate it with?
I guess light. That seems pretty
Mundane? Yeah, sure.
mundane.
Okay, so you use light into it, and that's that stone slab like boomf into the floor. Okay, it just falls away, and you can now see into the next room. Unfortunately, there's like these three
Ah, that was what making the scratching.
wooden.
If you told me you were going to open it, since I had no idea what it was, I would have told you not to.
Yes, but I didn't tell you. I just assumed that this is what you were wanting.
Yeah, these three bramble figures. Now, they have surprise on you amazingly, because you guys just, or rather, Kridi, he's just like what, and
Yep.
they will attack Kridi in the surprise round.
Awesome. This is gonna go great.
What's the worst that could happen?
Pretty at the front line.
11. Does that hit you?
I have an AC of 12, so no.
And then the next one tries to attack you. 5. And the last one tries to attack you. 6. All right, they all miss.
That's
Wow.
good.
That's pretty lucky. Go to initiative. Wait a second. Let me put up an initiative track. Since I no, don't do that. There we go. Turn order. Select your characters and click on initiative for me.
So we are rolling initiative per normal.
Yes.
Cool.
In this case, it will go to initiative. Most initiatives will be done through perception, depending on the circumstance. Because normally it comes down to who spots it first, but in this situation, there was no spot necessary. It's just who reacts first.
Rukka, what happened?
Oh, I was still really chuffed about showing off my new arm.
How do you roll initiative for your monsters, Ben?
They have a initiative thing on the NPC.
Do they?
Yep. There's like a little D20 initiative up.
Oh, there it is. I see. Nice. All right. Cool. All right. So the first person to react after getting attacked is Kridi.
Yes. Cool. Awesome. Lovely. They are not happy.
No,
They were just trying to shake your hand.
they're just their attacks are yeah, they seem to be trying to sort of push their vines into you is what it sort of looks like, and you can see that there's like a lot of life mana infusing their hands. They're just sort of trying to push that into your body.
Oh, okay. That's not nice. I would like to disengage.
Alrighty, so that's an action.
Yep.
Yep. So you can
And,
move your speed.
and I will move, back out to here essentially, and say, yeah, those things aren't friendly.
All right. So it's their go.
Thanks for leaving me in the firing line.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm the only one not wearing armor.
Yeah. And here. And gonna roll a d4. Low, it's you, Grail. Ah, there we go. It's going to try to attack you.
My AC is 12.
So a 10 will miss then.
Mhm.
All right, and this one's going to move over to here. Oh,
Rude.
it's got 3 targets. As it sort of shambles past these other ones, this guy here. Oh wait, he hasn't gone yet. Oh, nobody does anything. No reactions yet. He just walks past. Hey, and he low going around, starting on Kridi. Wait. It will be Kridi.
Awesome.
Just have a claw at you. 7 is a miss. These guys are the best. And this one's going to move on top of this dead one. I'll just get out of the way. And it can only attack Åvna. 12, which
will
is
hit.
just enough.
They finally got something above 9.
It does you 3 points of piercing damage as it
Wow.
pushes some branch into you.
Åvna is not impressed.
Yeah, I'll bet. All right, that's going to make it Åvna's go.
Alright. Åvna is going to slam some fire into that one's face. With a crit.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. That you were not happy.
You like blow this thing to absolute. Which one was it that you were doing? The one that hit you.
Yeah, the only one that could attack me. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you blow it to absolute smithereens. It doesn't even like it's there and then it's not. I'm actually gonna remove that one. There is no body. It's gone. It was completely annihilated. If you would like to know just how destroyed it was, you did damage. Yeah, you did more than 8 times its HP. So it's it did not like that. It's gone.
Alright, and Åvna will shout in both agony and frustration and victory when it explodes, pulling the brambles and vines out of her body if there's any that remain.
All right. That's going to make it Afanen.
Can I actually shoot anyone, or are my friends all in the way?
No, you can still shoot. Just they get cover, so their armor class is increased by you trying to shoot them. That's all.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's not much else I can do apart from run away.
Yep.
And that definitely won't impress Åvna. So I'll shoot with my short bow.
So as a move action, you like pull out your short bow and you shoot them. 17. That is just enough to hit him, so damage.
How do I do that?
I
Do I
think
just click
there's
on
the ability to always roll damage when attacking, but I haven't got that selected either.
You can have that ticked on your character sheet. So
If you
Yeah.
put it on short bow, it should roll the damage for you.
under the cog again, it has auto damage roll, which you can set. So by default, I think it's set to don't auto roll damage. It's
auto roll damage now? But also, because I hit it, I'm going to use my favored foe, so it's my target now, yeah?
Yes, if you wish to do that. Wait, how much damage did you deal it?
I don't know. It's 1d6 plus 3, so should I just roll?
If you click short bow,
If you are using your favored foe, then you also do an additional d4. But yes.
Okay.
Okay, so and a d4 for your favored foe ability. Oof. Okay, so let's use your favored foe once. You only get 2 per rest, but that destroys it. It's your your arrow just sort of lodges into it, and you notice that that disrupts the pattern of energy, the life mana that's holding it together, and it slumps back into the water.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. And you've got a bonus action, but I assume you don't do anything with it. It's Rukka's go.
Rukka's going to come up to there and cast Blade Ward on himself.
Nice. All right. You cast Blade Ward.
And stick my tongue out at the remaining thingy.
All right. Kridi. You're up.
Right, so there's only one left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess I will use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh on my staff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and I guess I can move up here on top of the other
Yep,
one now that it's fallen
absolutely.
over.
That's just
Yep.
like pieces of wood in the.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And I'll give it a whack.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll use it two-handed because I'm not carrying anything else at the moment. So
Sure. That changes nothing, as a side note, but very well. Oh, Shillelagh doesn't matter if it's two-handed or not. It just does D8 plus your wisdom. But yes, that hits. You hit it good.
yep, cool. No, that's not a roll. Hold on. How do I do the damage?
Well, just click on the damage in the for the weapon.
That is what I clicked on.
Okay, well in that case, just click on the cog, and on the right hand side, 4 rows down, auto damage roll. Make sure it's got auto that you enable it. So auto roll damage and crit.
Won't it also do it if you click the quarterstaff two-handed underneath your attack roll
Probably,
in the chat thing? That should
maybe.
throw your damage up.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. Cool.
Okay, so you do 6 points of damage to him, and you smash him into kindling.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that works.
All right, so you smash those guys apart, and you can see past them into this columned chamber, also full of water, sort of 2 feet of water. Now, as it just has flooded in. Actually, it's sort of lower now. You've definitely lowered the water considerably by flooding this room.
I guess I'll have a look inside. Is there
Yep.
anything of note? Or I guess anything that or is it just a room?
It's got these 4 columns. You can see there's like a scripting circle to the far side of the room. And you can make me like, are you investigating this chamber, or are you just looking around?
I mean, I'm just looking around, really.
Then that's what you see.
Cool, awesome. I'll say I'll turn back and shout and say it looks clear now. Although that I don't know what the hell those things were. Have I ever seen those things before? Like
No.
actually seen them, animated and trying to attack us? Is it? They're just really strange.
They're like, so you've seen things similar to them. So you've seen like certain trees over like a long period of time can become like more and more empowered, and that's where you like get spirit fruit from. Okay, like a tree that's lived long enough in a mana saturated area eventually starts creating like powerful fruit. And that's what you use to make potions and things like that. Spell components use spirit fruit, and you have certainly heard about some plants that are like able to communicate with people and move, but you've never seen anything like this.
Okay, cool.
But anything's possible, maybe in one of the schools in the crater. Yeah. But certainly not in your clan. You don't have any walking around vine things.
Lovely, cool. Okay, so not totally completely weird and unnatural, but not normal either.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know that anything living like can walk a path and can eventually like go places, much like the animals, the elders that are in your tribes. Most animals are unable to like get past their hunger, and most don't just use like the energy around them to enhance themselves. They like take more corrupting paths, like attacking things and eating them, which while like it sort of works, that sort of hunger can sort of lead them down sort of mad paths where they become like wild spirit beast rather than more sentient ones.
Yep, cool.
I am hurt and cold. I'm going to cast this, get 10 berries and put them in a pouch at this point, and I'll eat one.
Excellent. Gain HP.
Yep.
Love it. It's good, but you actually haven't eaten for a few days, so
Nope,
just sort of reminds you that you're hungry.
I know.
All right.
Lizard's pretty good when you've got nothing else to eat.
Good berries. As a member of the Sith, the Frost Knight Owl, we eat lots of small animals.
Can you make me an intimidate check, Ben? Yeah, okay. This one like looks up and frowns, and this other one like notices and then looks at you and then just continues carrying his friend.
So, should we check that other door?
What is in there, Kridi? Is it safe? Is there an exit?
Yes, it's safe. There seems to be nothing here, but there does seem to be more similar, I guess, doors
Yeah,
to the
there's
one that I just opened in here too.
Do they operate the same way?
I would imagine so. It seems it just needs a bit of magic to activate them.
Does that room link back towards where that other door in here was?
Not from what I can see, no. It seems like it'll be leads to a separate place.
The
I mean,
water
come in and have a look. The water's not as bad in here.
is the water still swelling in here?
Yeah,
Even-
but it's more slow now.
Yep.
It's slower now that there's more. You lowered it a fair bit and it's slower filling up. It is still filling though.
Cool. Åvna will reach down and pull the arrow that Afanen shot into the creature from it, hopefully not wrecking it, and then handing it back to the young hedgehog.
Young hedgehog takes it and blushes.
Nice shot.
Trying to make Ivanen's face catch fire.
All right. Do
Do
we
we
want
want
to?
to? Yeah, I was going to say, do we want to go through here or try the other one first?
Keep going. Keep going through here. I'm going to move up and listen at the door.
I guess I'll do the same at this one. I assume this is also a door here, yeah?
No, that's a script circle.
That'll be. I reckon that's going to close the door. That
Do
just
you want to
opened.
make an Arcana check at that script circle?
Yeah, sure.
For hearing, you don't really hear anything apart from people like sloshing around in the water.
Mhm.
Åvna, Kridi, you've already looked at a script circle that looks just like this. You think it's the same.
Okay, cool. So each side has a way of doing it, and it doesn't necessarily have to be. I guess it's just next to the opening. So when it opened, how did it open? Did it slide? Did it like?
It moved so quickly, you basically didn't see it
It was
move.
like it was a
You
Death Star
think-
door.
You think it went into the ground.
Right. Okay. I assume I haven't seen anything like this before, right?
Uh,
Oh, I guess have I heard
no,
anything
you
about?
sort of have. There are like some of the elders actually. In fact, no. Look, better example. Your shillelagh sort of works like this. Like when you cast shillelagh on your staff, it fills it with nature mana that like reforms it incredibly quickly, and that seems to have been what was done to the door. Like some massive burst of energy, like either made it move or made it reform. You're not exactly sure. It happened so quickly. So you haven't seen something like happen so quickly, especially on like this sort of scale.
Scale,
But-
yeah, exactly.
But your staff happens like real quick. And it's like,
Yep. So again, it's not unheard of, but it's also strange to see it happen to something this, I guess, this large.
yeah, and
on
it's
such a
super
large scale.
flawless as far as you can tell.
Yep.
Like-
Cool.
Yeah, these like maybe your greatest stronghold could have something like that. Maybe, probably
Yeah.
not.
Cool.
You've never seen a door
Okay.
like it.
Rukka makes a good point about closing that door. If we could close it, we could seal off the water.
Yes, that might be a good idea. So
Before you
Well,
do, the kobolds.
You ask the kobolds to join you.
Are
yes,
you guys coming?
Afanen
yeah.
gestures.
They follow you guys in. Oh,
sure. I guess I'll do the same thing again and attempt to close the door, or at least do it from this side.
all right. This is a bit more gradual. Sort of after you activate it slowly sort of starts closing. Yeah. And what you sort of see is like stone actually forming out of the walls, like, and sort of knitting over in sort of a webbing pattern and sort of filling in.
It's really cool. Kridi is. Kridi will absolutely start playing with this and trying to see like the difference between it opening and closing, and unless anyone stops her. But yes, Kridi is absolutely.
A hand on your shoulder. Wait till we won't drown.
I guess, but like, have you seen this? This
Are
is
you just
amazing.
watching it, or are you doing anything to it as it's like reforming?
No, I'm just watching it. I'm not going to stick my
Okay.
a hand in there while it tries to close. That would be silly. I'll find something else. I'll find something else sticking to it.
So what do
try
you
the
want
other
to stick
door.
into it then?
I said I'll say there's probably like a splinter of wood left from one of those creatures or something.
Absolutely, there's some
Yeah, so
floating wood. Yep.
I'll grab that and then I guess hold it in the middle while it closes around it.
Okay, so you like stick it into one of the gaps as the door is forming, and as like one of the tendrils of stone hits it, you feel like some stone mana like move up the stick, and it moves towards your hand that's holding it.
I'll drop it. I'll let go of it before it happens. Then.
Okay, can you just make me a dexterity check or a reflex dexterity save? Either way.
Yep.
Oh, easy. You easy drop it. The stick is sort of pushed out of the wall, and it seals over there. And it pushes it into the same side you're on.
Yep. Cool. Okay. Cool. I guess I will stop. I will stop after.
After it closes over.
Yeah, essentially, and then I guess I'll say, do you want me to open the other one? I guess you could probably do it.
I don't understand it as much as you do.
Yeah, fair enough. Did you hear anything on the other side of it? Do you think there's more of those creatures, or
I heard nothing, but there was a lot of movement in here.
cool? Okay. Well, I guess can I kind of just back up to the here once I've done it, or do I will have to? I guess it opens quickly, so it's kind of hard.
Sorry. Just to make this clear, the script circles are not on the stone slabs.
There's a slab there, is that?
This is the slab here.
Oh, right. Yep. Of course.
Yeah. They're not super obvious, I will admit.
Can
Yep.
Åvna ready in action that if the slab opens and reveals one of those creatures, she'll hit it with a produce flame?
Absolutely, you can have a produce flame in your hand, ready to go.
I will do that.
Of course, if they're like frothing at the door, then it's going to come down to initiative because you're both just like going at each other.
That's fine.
But yeah, if there's one that's standing on the other side of the door chilling,
Yep.
you got him dead to rights.
Cool.
Sure.
You're all
suggest
getting ready.
Rukka
busting that
possibly do
door.
that too, just in case.
Yeah, in preparation, he's going to hold his quarterstaff above his head with both hands
Cool.
for someone
As
looking through.
as you prepare to do the door, Afanen, can you please make me a perception check?
Who just went burb? Kaylee just wrote burb in Discord.
Oh, right. That's fine. It doesn't really matter anyway. All right. So you channel some of your mana into the door, and
I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm back.
okay, can you make me a perception check?
Yes, I can.
Yep, that's fine. All right. So the door, as you channel some of your mana into it, can you make me a perception check, Kridi, and then follow it up with an Arcana check?
Cool. Not too good on perception, but pretty good on Arcana.
Yeah, you're not exactly sure what happens, but you do notice that like all the earth mana that's sort of infusing the slab withdraws, and it withdraws into all it withdraws into the ceiling, into the walls, and into the floor. Okay, it just sort of like spirals outward, like sort of a
An iris
whirlpool
valve.
from the center. Yeah, like an iris valve, exactly. And there is no door anymore, but you see the energy sort of do it, but you don't see what happens to the stone.
Cool.
But yeah, there is now an opening there. Let me just not just say it, but actually remove it. Ooh. Why did I make the door so thin?
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
What it is,
So-
selecting stuff is ridiculously hard.
Yeah,
All right, there we go.
That's why I always have problems with it. I have to zoom into 200% often.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, that door has opened. Oh, somebody's seen something. Is that Rukka?
That was
Yep.
Åvna and who was pinging, but I'm sure Rukka
Oh,
can see
okay.
it. And
Yeah,
probably
I can see
Afanen as well.
I can
There's
see it too. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
that's
only
good.
see half of it. I have no clue
Great.
what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a produced flame ready. You've got an arrow ready. There's like this hovering ball in the next room. And as the door opens, it sort of turns, and you can see that like the whole center of this ball that's sort of hovering in the air is like this big eye, and it's got like these little tendril arms hanging off it, and the eye widens really wide, sort of seeing you. You have surprise if you want.
I can only see half of the token, so I probably can't make out all the details. So
The eye's like really big, so you see like half an eye get really big.
I can only see like what appear to be some nails stuck in the top of a tennis ball and some
Oh yeah, you've
chicken
got the
wings.
yeah, you got the top of the token.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a hovering ball orb thing. It's pretty small, but it is sort of moving around
Does it look?
a lot.
Does it look like it is belligerent in nature?
It hasn't got any weapons or anything like that.
Sure.
It's just got like a big startled eye.
All right. Åvna will hold.
Huge. Its eye is massive. Its eye is like half the size of its entire body.
Åvna will hold since I can't really determine hostility.
All right. And Afanen?
If Åvna is holding, I hold also. Also, sorry if there's background noise. My cats are being mental.
All right, great. This thing comes over to here. It sort of floats over. It says, "Welcome, welcome." And as it sort of gets to here, it starts moving backwards again.
Who's gonna step in then?
Ah, guests. I have not had guests in too long era. Welcome. Welcome to the temple. Things have fallen apart. The other drones have malfunctioned. Nothing is cleaning.
Are you meant to be cleaning?
I am not a cleaner. I am the welcomer.
Oh,
Greetings. Where would you like to go?
like to go somewhere warm and safe.
Somewhere warm and safe. Huh. Can I recommend the tablet room? The tablet room is warm. Do you have clearance for the tablets room?
Yes.
Yes? Excellent. Well, go ahead through the door, and it sort of waves its hand in this direction. And go to the right, and then ahead, and through that door, and that's the tablet room. Talk to the other greeters, and they should be able to lead you there.
Is gonna look back into the room at the others and shrug. Should we?
I mean, yeah. Better than staying here, I guess. Do I recognize what that is? Like, have I heard of it or seen it before? It's like a
It's like a really advanced one, but so the soulsmiths, they have what we will call familiars, but they call them other things. But they're like a creature created out of spirit energy and then hardened using spirit forging, and they become like a thing that can assist them in their forging. You can get that spell. It's called Summon Familiar.
yeah.
Yep, and this is one of those. Although they generally don't talk. And they have to have like a person. This seems to be like a mana construct, and as you're looking at it, like the mana that makes it up is like pure order, which you've never heard of a creature being made out of.
Okay.
Normally, like they're normally made out of just magic, like the base magic, like pure magic, whereas it's made out of order magic, which is like a really refined sort of magic.
Yep. Okay.
And super rare. Like order magic is rare.
The hell is this place? I guess, yeah, I'll gesture for everybody else to come through.
As you try to pass this greeter, it says, "Ah, welcome! Well, welcome to the facility. Where would you like to go?"
I'm with, and I gesture at Rukka, the same place.
It sort of floats like in your way a bit, and it says, "Oh, you also have clearance for the tablet library?"
I mean, I assume so. No one has told me otherwise.
Well, no one should have to tell you otherwise. Have you been invited to the facility? Where is your token? I can check it.
Cool. So
It's in this square.
I assume I've got no idea what it's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You can make a knowledge arcana check if you like.
I mean, I'll attempt to see if I have anything.
Every clan does have like a clan badge that you use. That designates like what type of spirit warrior path you guys are going on. For example, Rukka has a spirit warrior badge of an enforcer. I think I told everybody what they had previously. I believe Afanen had a soulsmith.
So it's kind of like a challenge coin.
Åvna had a striker, and Kridi had a ruler. Okay, so sorry, it's sort of like a what?
A challenge coin.
It's more like a badge of honor, I guess. Yeah, it like has a symbol of like what sort of path you're going down. Now with your like new understanding of paths, now that you walk upon, like sort of an ascended path as it was, you realize that like those have no real meaning. Like you don't have to go down the path of an enforcer. You can have enforcer abilities on any path. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I will show it, if anything, in terms of just for the sake of test to seeing what would happen.
Okay, so this the like the large eye has like little like its little tendrils like reach out for it and grab it, and it says, "Oh, I'll just check with the machine over here," and drifts off with it, and you can see it like
Guess I'll follow.
sliding it against this like metal plate that's like attached to the wall, and it does nothing. You think that there's like some like detritus and debris on the bottom of the floor, that maybe there was like once something here, and it's sort of eroded over time. And the creature says, "That's strange. Well, it's not giving any negative readings, so maybe you are qualified. Here you go."
By the
And
way,
hands back.
I'm not sure if the dynamic lighting is a bit screwed up. Do you want to have a look at it from my perspective?
Yeah, is there like a wall in the middle of the room here?
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
There's a wall here.
Because that creature is now completely, or 90% covered by blackness.
Yes, because there's a wall.
Yeah.
There's a wall that it only covers half just the middle of the room.
Yeah, there's a wall here. This is a wall.
Yeah, it goes all the way up to here. This point right at the top of that.
Yep, that's the way around the wall. So there's like an opening down here and an opening.
Yeah, so you can.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you can walk around it like this, I guess.
Cool.
Yep.
No problems.
Wait, can you guys walk through the walls? Just as a question.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, damn it! Don't walk through the walls.
Roll
Yeah,
20 strikes again.
obviously. But yeah, cool. I guess I'll take it off it, and then I'll follow Rukka.
I swear I said don't be able to walk through walls.
Mhm.
Where's that under?
Page settings. It's on like the first page.
It is.
I am gliding. You son of a bitch. Alright. Let's see if that's better. That's annoying. Anywho. Yes. So, and it sort of flips back around. Oh! It's good to see people. Is there any other, something that I could assist you with?
Could you open the next door for us?
I don't have the clearance to go into the next room. I can't open the door. I guess I could open the door, but that would be bad.
Why?
Because I'm not allowed to open the door, and I can't do anything I'm not allowed to do.
enough.
All right.
I guess
Um,
well, I'll wait for everybody else to come in.
Uh,
All right. I'll move in cautiously.
Hello. Is there somewhere you would like to go in the temple?
We are all together.
Oh. Okay. I have been alone here for a very long time. What's your name?
I am Åvna of the
Åvna.
Sith.
The eye, like a line of scripting around the outside of the eye lights up, and the eye sort of rotates for a while. Åvna, I have never heard that name before. Interesting.
I have never seen a creature such as you before.
Oh. That's very nice of you to say. I'm sure it's not true. And it drifts off over here.
Åvna will kind of turn to Afanen, shrug. Look at the kobolds.
They're just sort of, trying to avoid Rukka's line of sight. It's like, yeah, right here.
Do they seem to be struggling with their fallen comrade?
They're good with it. They don't seem to be really carrying much stuff. And they've left his spear behind, so they're just carrying him.
Cool.
Yeah, they seem to be handling it fairly easily.
I guess I'll open the next door then.
Is everybody where they want to be?
At the moment, yes. I still have a produce flame going.
All right. So you're going to open the door. So you channel some energy into the scripting. All right. The door slides open. Can you make me a perception check?
Yes.
And can you also make me an Arcana check? Excellent. Okay, so you get a much better understanding of sort of how these doors function. You believe that there's like some kind of safety protocol involved as well. And as it's happening, you also see that the scripting next to you, there's like an element of chaotic mana appears in it. Now these are like highly rigid structures, and sort of there's like an influx of chaos in it for a moment. And this eye back here, you can see like when a single giant eye is like glaring at you, it's like super obvious, and it says, "You do not have clearance for that area. You should not have done that. You will rue your mistakes." And it drifts off over here. You hear like a sound, and looking over in this direction, you can see like part of the wall here also shifts away. And Afanen, you hear like a splash back in this room over here. And I'll just make some changes to my map.
Oh no. Afanen doesn't say that though. Afanen just whimpers.
I don't know if you can see that change, but if you can, whatever.
I cannot.
There we go. And these creatures like pour out of the wall. They're made out of so these are like when some spirit creatures die, if they're not like absolutely smashed to pieces, their soul or their spirit energy may remain, and that can like reanimate as sort of just a spirit construct by itself. That's what's called a remnant. Okay, and that's like what the badger was, that Seth was running around with in the first episode. So yeah, these are remnants of sort of large centipedes. There's just like masses of them spilling out of the wall, and back here there's some splashing sounds. Yeah, we will go to initiative, and Åvna,
Mhm.
you can have advantage because you were prepared. Afanen, you can also have advantage, and Rukka, you can have advantage. The only person who is like really focused more on the
Oh, sorry.
door
Yep.
is Kridi. So, yes.
There's an option for initiative somewhere on the character sheet to question the role.
Oh, I should
You'll
have
know
removed
Initiative
everybody.
style.
Clear
Okay.
all. Let me just clear all
Yep.
the list.
It doesn't prompt it, does it? It just
Sorry, and
rolls.
then yeah, if you select your tokens and roll. Yep. Okay, so 9's good. Yep. Kridi gets a 6. Yep, sure. Fine. So you get a 10. Wait, I need to change the Afanen back to the 20. Excellence. Get these monsters out. All right. Let's descending. All right.
That does not look good.
Yep. So coming around here, you can see these creatures. This one actually, like this one comes in here. It's this really large, giant centipede. Okay, it's much larger than these ones over here. This one is obviously living. It's some kind of ice centipede, and it's just sort of crawling along the floor. This other one, when it gets blocked, it climbs up the wall and then past you into the room. And they're poised to strike. All right. Afanen.
Well, see, I thought a 20 was going to be enough and I could close the door on them, but apparently it wasn't.
It goes that way sometimes.
I would get disadvantage if I attacked with my bow from here, wouldn't I?
Yes, you would.
I guess I'm just going to attack with my dagger, maybe?
Okay. Yeah, you can attack with your dagger. If you do so, you can use your dexterity to attack with, because it's a finesse weapon.
Do I have to do anything for that?
I think it should already be included. Yep, +5. Perfect. 17 against the giant centipede. That is a hit. Damage is 7. Which one were you attacking?
Oh, the one that's like in the door, not next to Åvna.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so you, as it skitters forward towards you, drive your dagger into its head, right into the brain, it seems. And that will kill it.
Oh, nice.
Falls to the floor. Blick.
Nice.
All right, that's going to make it Rukka's go.
All right, so Rook is going to try and double hand quarterstaff the remnant next to him.
This massive writhing centipedes. Ooh, no. That's that is not a hit.
Works well.
But nothing happens. You just miss. Anything else?
No, it's just gonna curse.
Okay. That's going to make it Åvna's go.
Right.
Hey, it's a giant centipede. What up?
In Åvna's opinion, could this thing have struck her but held off?
No.
Okay. Since I have produced flame in my hand, I'm going to smash it into this thing's face or attempt to and miss.
Yes, that is a miss.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of just skitters out of the way. It's reading your movements. All right. That's going to make it this thing's go. It moves onto the square that Rukka is on. Just going to make Rukka a little bit smaller. As he is covered in centipedes.
Lucky you.
All right, the
So much fun.
centipedes. Say hello. Let me just check if.
Did you bring the Aragard?
No.
Right. I don't like that I have to do that all the time. All right, so this thing attacks. 4, 6. That is not enough, and that's a good thing. It misses you as it just like walks all over you. And that's going to make it Kridi's go.
Okie dokie. So the centipedes are all over.
Yeah.
Lovely. That doesn't look pleasant. In that case,
They're not like grappling him or anything like that. They're not like restraining him. They're just like swarming up his legs and biting at him. And at the moment, like his furs and stuff are like getting in the way, and they don't seem to be having any real effect.
Cool.
He's managing to like sort of shake them off when they get anywhere that's, you know,
okay.
precarious.
I guess I will again as bonus action cast Shillelagh and then attempt to, I guess, smash a few of them just to try and help.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
I can just
11. You're really trying to avoid hitting
Yes, obviously.
Rukka, and you just you just sort of brush at them and don't like really hurt it in any way. Basically, you just sort of you got to put some effort in.
Yep. Can I squeeze past back into the room or?
Yeah, absolutely. You
Cool.
can squeeze past
I'll move back here just so I can kind
rashing
of
figure.
be kind of in the middle and see what I need to do next. Cool,
Yep.
that's my turn.
You just move around. That frenzy of activity. All right. This guy, who is still alive. Just before I do that, let's do this. Oh, nope, not them. Instead, the kobolds, seeing Åvna and Afanen in a little bit of trouble, this guy is going to move forward and make an attack on that guy. Oh. And he kills it. Huh. Impressive. Impressive, random kobold. Good job. Ooh. Kill steal. And so it won't actually go because it dies. Afanen.
Afanen would like to nod at the kobold. And then, can I use my movement to switch weapons?
Yes, absolutely.
And then try to shoot some of the centipedes?
Yes. You
Uh,
believe that you have the skill to do that.
Sounds like a bad
Do you think
idea.
you think you can skim them? Like you can skim a shot like along the ground that'll just like take a line of them out
Yeah.
and not be any real threat to Rukka. He'll be fine.
I could see this in like a sitcom. You'd fire the arrow and Rukka's there, stop helping, as the arrows are sticking out of him.
A 14. That is enough. Even with Rukka there, he's basically keeping them mobile. Like they're just swarming around his feet in like such a writhing mass that you just sort of skitter an arrow through that, and it like smashes a few of them apart. But you notice that there's just so many of them. You're not sure that like arrows are going to be particularly effective.
But what if I use my favoured foe?
Do you want to use favored foe on it?
Well, I mean, I don't know how much health they have, but or is it just useless? Is me shooting them just useless?
You can certainly. It's not completely like you think you can smash them apart, but if you want to use your favorite foe, you just say, and then
Yeah, let's
I'll
do that.
All right, then roll an extra d4. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a little bit more effective. Yeah, you smash a few of them apart. You just think that like this is probably not the right tool, for killing a massive some would say a swarm of centipedes. All right. That's going to make it Rukka's go. They're on you, man. They're on you.
They're on me. I have a
They're
theory.
everywhere. Uh-huh.
My theory is they're linked to that room based on absolutely nothing. But that's my theory.
Okay.
So I'm going to come in here.
Is that what are you doing? You're just walking off.
A disengage action.
Oh, you're doing a disengage? All right. Yep. So you're doing a real action. So you walk off around the corner. Sure. Do you want to do anything with your move action or bonus?
Going to call out to whoever this is here. Are you nice?
Do you hear boss music?
Are you nice? Well, you've addressed him. So we're just going to open this. So as you address him, this creature that seems to be made up of a pool of shadows, like in this alcove, it sort of drifts and it turns its eyeless sockets towards you and mists across the corridor. And as you say, "Are you nice?" A grin made out of like the very manner of chaos, like forms across its face, turning into like a massive maw. As it looks like it's screaming at you, but no sound comes out.
So that's a no.
All right.
When you said some grins, I had visions of Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas.
All right. So that was Rukka. Åvna.
All right, I'm gonna fling some fire at these guys.
Cool.
Nope, I fling it into the ceiling.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah. Basically, you just don't manage to like put it together properly. And yeah, you lose control of the energy before you really send it off in any meaningful way. Can I just sort of get you down? Do you want to do anything else?
Nope. I'm quite happy to stand back here.
All right. These guys are going to move on top of. They're going to move on top of Kridi and try to swarm him. Ooh, that's a hit. So Kridi, you take 11 points of damage.
Cool. Yep, I'm dead.
You are
Oh,
poisoned.
unconscious.
You are paralyzed.
And unconscious.
Yes, and you are unconscious. As they
Lovely.
swarm all over you. It is Kridi's go, so you can straight away make a save versus death.
Yeah.
And that's one fail.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This creature down here drifts over to you, Rukka, and you see it reaches back to attack you. It drifts forward to attack. All right. These guys. Not again! Arrgh. And they move forward and attack. Eh. Yeah. They are slightly effective. Sure. If a few of the remnants are like smashed apart by some dagger hilts or a dagger hilt. Alright. Afanen.
I have half speed because of my fatigue.
Yep.
So I will come to here, I guess.
Alright.
But I don't really think I can do anything because I don't think I should shoot again because Kridi's on the floor now.
They're not really on Kridi anymore. Like once Kridi has been paralyzed, you can see they're like turning to look. They've like crawled off Kridi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
Once
shoot again
like
then.
Kridi stops moving, remnants don't actually like eat people. They just like smash stuff.
Oh, sorry, I picked the wrong one.
Right. And the D4 for your so it looks like you have decreased the size of the swarm.
Huzzah.
But like there's still a swarm there. Yeah. You definitely say that's a large mass of centipedes, but you know, it's definitely noticeably smaller. You still think it's bad.
Mhm.
All right. That's going to make it Rukka's go. This thing has drifted up to you.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to cast Blade Ward on myself
Okay.
and go so. Can we be friends, please? And just shift one step sideways to there so I can see what's going on in the room.
All right. That it?
Yep, Blade Ward's in action, so.
Alrighty. That's going to make it Åvna's go.
Okay. I'm going to try and dump some fire onto these things.
Yes. me just have a look at them. Yeah, that seems good. You burn a bunch of them away. There's just a few remaining.
Cool.
But, you know, they still look like their horrible thick pincers could hurt.
Clearly.
All right. That makes it their go. You with the fire are like definitely the biggest threat. So they're going to try crawling on you. A 12?
That is a hit.
Ooh, you take 3 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Kridi, you can make a save versus death.
Yay, lucky me. Hey,
Hey!
that's good.
You have 1 hit point, but you're still paralyzed.
Indeed.
I'll take the sad face off you, but I'll leave the lightning on.
And I have a point of fatigue, don't I?
Yes, you have 1 point of fatigue. Dun dun dun. That's going to make it this guy's go. Oh, Ben. It reaches out tendrils of mist, and as they touch you, you feel like the very air is just pulling on your very life force. Luckily, you can hold your spirit energy inside you, and it just doesn't seem to have the draw to be able to pull any of your life force away. And the face that it's making grows even wider, and you see like more chaotic energy spreading out from like the shadow mana that it seems to be mostly made of. Okay, so that's going to make it the kobolds go. Oh, yeah, they can try and save Åvna. Let's go, boys. Ha,
Oh,
they're
nice.
on fire. That's enough. That's enough. They smashed the rest of the way. These guys are the kill stealers. Good job.
They're gonna level up.
Like, I mean, if they could get XP,
Maybe they could become, retainers.
retainers. All right, so they managed to smash the last of those remnants apart, and you can see like this one, who's sort of the more bold guy. He sort of looks around for more things to fight, and then he catches sight of this, and he's like, "Oh no, I got to really protect my buddy over here. Rukka's got that. Caribou's good. Yeah, he'll be fine." All right, and that's going to make it Afanen's go.
Well, Afanen wants to put a hand on Åvna's shoulder, as if like asking if she's okay. And then he really wants to close the door. But the caribou's still in there. So I think whereabouts was the door? Is it
It's just behind Rukka.
okay? So when Kridi put the sticks in the door, I think I was in the bathroom, but did they get like spat back out the other side?
Yes, they
got
just
spat to the
went.
side that most of the matter was on.
Yeah.
Okay. Because what I'm thinking is, if I, for example, moved down... Oh, I wonder if I can, because I've only got 15. 5, 10, 15. Oh no, can I move diagonally to
Yes,
here?
you can.
Okay, so if I was here and I like grabbed Rukka's shoulders and then closed the door with my mending cantrip, is that possible?
You could. You won't be able to like pull Rukka through the doorway, and cast mending. You could try pulling Rukka
I think
through
I
the
know what.
doorway, but it would be a hard, because like Rukka's pretty large.
I think I know
I was
what
more
the plan
thinking
is
that-
here.
Sorry?
I said I think I know what the plan is here.
I was just more thinking that if most of me and him were on this side,
You are the stick.
we're the stick. So like if
Yeah,
he was like
maybe.
leaning back into me and I closed it, maybe we would get spat back out this side.
I mean, maybe. You could certainly give that a try, but you'd be more like just sort of holding him with one arm as you use mending into the door with the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, mending is like not an ideal cantrip for this.
I don't have any other cantrips.
Okay. Because mending's cast time is a minute.
Oh, okay.
Like
I don't have any
it's like
other.
a slow. It's sort of a slow, gradual process.
I don't
That
have any
isn't
other
to
way
say that it
to.
won't work. You're just not sure, like if that will work. The other cantrips that have been used have sort of been a instant sort of.
Okay.
Burst.
Yeah, this is more sort of a slow, gradual channel of very fine energy, gentle. And you haven't studied it using Arcana, so you don't know
Okay.
how it works.
Well, maybe I won't then, because every time Afanen tries something like this, it doesn't work. So I think maybe Afanen will just then stand here.
Right.
And do nothing.
It was a good idea.
Personally, I liked it. All right. Let's see. There we go.
Ooh, big again.
That's going to make it Rukka's go.
All right. Rukka's going to try and hit it with his staff.
Oh my god!
All right. Let's see it. Oh, that's a good swing. You absolutely smack it with your staff, and yeah, you can make me a perception check, please.
Nice.
Okay, so you swing and you think that you should like easily connect with it, absolutely like a perfect hit right into the head, but like it's misting around, it's sort of melding into the shadows that are in the ceilings and the walls, and it seems to drift in and out of solidity, and you still do manage to hit it, but it's definitely not where you thought you were going to hit it. And also your staff seems to just pass through most of it. You do certainly feel some resistance, and you do notice that like some of the shadow mana is like knocked loose from it, but it's not
But
super.
I mostly missed.
But you mostly missed, and also didn't seem like you were attacking with something that was particularly effective against what it is structured out of.
Okay.
But yeah, you certainly knocked it. All right.
Some help, guys, please. Maybe this isn't nice.
Afanen?
Afanen is fuming.
Sorry, Åvna?
Yep, my go. All right. Alright, I have no idea what that is, but it does not look good. Using my strength can I grab Rukka and reef him back into the room?
Absolutely. Rukka, are you trying to resist being pulled by Åvna?
No.
All right.
Basically,
Then
I want
just make me a strength check.
Yeah, I want to basically rip both of us back out. Unfortunately, I still have a level of fatigue. Exhaustion, I think.
Oh, which is an agility check. I mean, an ability check. So
Yes.
yeah, make it a disadvantage. Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, summoning upon some kind of primal instinct, you seize the power that you need to rip Rukka back into the room. You can move him 15 feet and yourself.
Cool.
As you like pull the two of you along.
Yep, basically I want to hurl us both back into the room, so it's good.
Alrighty.
I can't move his
I'll,
token.
I'll move. Yep.
Cool.
Sure. You two are pulled into that room. The centipede swarm is gone.
And then after I hit the ground, I'll look up at Afanen and give her a thumbs up because she patted me on the shoulder, which was nice.
All right. It's pretty stable. So it's this thing's go, and it's going to not pursue you guys. Uh-huh. All right. That's oops. There we go. All right. That's going to make it the kobolds go, who don't want to do anything. Afanen.
Make it cast mending and close the door. I guess.
All right.
That'll
Is that
take
what
a
you're giving
minute.
a go?
I think so.
Yep. Okay. So you just reach your hand around the corner and cast mending on the script circle. And yes, the door closes. It seems to close at sort of that same gradual close speed that it did previously. The other one did. But yes, you can close that door. Let me do that for you.
And then I would like to level a scathing glare at Rukka.
Poor Rukka, he's been getting pilloried for the last 2 sessions.
It sure has.
As scathing as a hedgehog can look, really, but...
Oh, I deleted the other door. There we go. There's that one back there as well, since it was also there. All right.
Why did you close it? Like, we need to go that way.
Afanen will ignore you and go over to Kridi.
So this thing like floats over and looks at you. Ah, that was very impressive, very entertaining. Its little arms like seem to grow a little bit, and it like starts clapping. Most impressive, most impressive. Do it again.
Rukka's going to reach over with his right hand and cure Kridi of the poison
Of
with
paralysis.
lay on hands. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so you remove paralysis from Kridi. Yep. I'll just take that off.
Oh, hey, I can move.
Use stuff. That costs 5 points of healing, by the way.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
That's all your healing, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
But thank you. That was worth it. Oh God, what? So I'm on no health and yeah, terrible. Awesome. Okay.
You've got 1 hit point.
Yeah.
That's all you need. But Åvna will reach into her pouch at her side and take out 2 berries and hand them to you.
Thank you. I guess
So-
I will eat them both. That gives me back up to 3. And then I might cast Healing Word on myself too. Because that seems like a good idea at this stage. Also rolled the lowest. Yay! But still, that's back to where I was before. I got murdered by centipedes.
The perfect person for them to swarm as well.
Yep.
Good job, boys.
Oh, okay. What did I miss?
So my theory was right. The revenants didn't leave this room. So I was right there. The other room has some shadow creature that tried to suck my soul out of my body. But there were more of those spirit key door thingies that seemed to loop back around to where we were, but I didn't get to check out the other fork of the room. Because somebody pulled me back in here.
Guess
Yes.
sticking together is good.
That's right. I did pull you back into here. Remember my story before, Rukka. You fought well, Afanen.
Story of before. Messed with the
Afanen-
caribou, get the horns.
Afanen is going to sit down on the ground and put their head in their hands.
Åvna will address this floating eye. The direction to the tablet room was not through there, was it?
Yes, you go through that door, and then to the left. Keep going, and then through that door right at the end.
Then why, when it was open, did you say that they shouldn't have done it?
You have to have clearance to go that way, and you did not.
So how do we get to the tablet room?
You can only get to the tablet room with clearance.
Maybe we should stay in this room. This room seems safe.
Except for the lack of food.
We only have to be here for some small time. Hopefully.
Ah. I have been here for hundreds of years. It's a lovely place. You should join me. All my other friends have ceased to function.
Go wander around, have a look. Thank the kobolds as best as Åvna can. Out here, is there water still?
Yeah, there's yeah, that door's open. Yep, there's still water there.
Is it coming through
Into
This
the
one.
next room.
into here?
No. So there's actually a set of stairs here.
Cool.
Which I guess you can't see because there's a monster on it. Let me just move that corpse out of the way. Blub, blub, blub.
Cool.
Yeah, there's a set of stairs ascending or descending from where you are into the water.
How deep is that? Ooh.
How deep?
Yep.
It looks to be about 1.5 feet.
And what is up here, pray tell?
So this just seems to be a room. It's sort of like it's raised up off the ground. It's more like an alcove. Yeah. It's like a large alcove, maybe big enough to fit 2 giant centipedes.
How convenient.
Maybe more.
The centipedes, they were living.
Yes, that's correct. I mean, they're mana spirit beasts. So if you're wondering about how they were alive when they seem to have been trapped in a room for a long period of time, a spirit beast can exist off their magic. So they can basically sustain themselves in the same way as good berries does. It just drives them slowly mad because they become more and more hungry until they're a ravenous beast, and that's all they can think of, just the hunger. Which these, I think, acted appropriately.
So, that being said, They are flesh and blood, though, correct?
Yes, they absolutely are.
Which means that they can be consumed.
Yes, they can be.
That said, I have 2 days' worth of rations, but only 2.
Mhm.
What is everybody else's thoughts?
How many of us are like fatigued now?
I have a level of exhaustion, which I
Like,
Yeah,
got,
well,
which I
Yeah, I
got
think we all are.
overnight before we went up the mountain. We haven't rested since.
probably having a rest might not be a terrible idea.
Volkmar,
What was that, sorry?
Volkmar.
It seems to be
Mr.
cutting out.
Floaty eyeball Volkmar.
Yeah. Yes. Can I help you with something?
You said as soon as my friend cast his cantrip that he didn't have the right clearance.
Yes.
What is the right clearance?
You must be invited. You must have been invited to the facility.
So we have to know the right cantrip to open the door without setting it off.
Ah, no, you should be using an Eye of the Temple.
Does it look like this? And I'm going to produce that rune stone that was given to me before I set off on the quest.
No. It's much more gemmy. Hard and mystical. His eye grew really wide and his fingers spread out and he does spirit fingers. Ooh.
Ivanen thinks back to the shrine, maybe?
That is certainly a gem.
Mhm.
And it was certainly gem-like and more mystical. I would just like to say that Afanen went to the Shrine of the Traveler and left an item there and then embarked upon the path of the Traveler. Kudos.
Am I doing it right?
Well
Did I do it? Did Ivanen do something right? Oh my god.
Perhaps we should just rest then, at least for a little while.
Yeah. Hey, winged buddies.
Yeah, they're like way at the back of the room.
Yeah. You
When
collect
you
nice
address
shiny
them,
things.
one of them he doesn't look at you, but he like looks in your direction and says, "Yeah."
You guys collect nice shiny things. Do you have
Yeah.
a nice shiny thing we could try to open this door with?
No, we've never got to collect. We're playing. We're not warriors. We're just like youths of the tribe. We thought we'd try something on the path, and look where it's gotten us. We should have never disobeyed the elders.
So you never collected anything.
It was the first time we tried leaving. We thought, there might be some fools doing their pilgrimage, and they won't have any powers or anything like that. They won't know what they're doing, and we were just hoping that you would give us some stuff. And then the other warriors would be proud of us. We would have tricked you good. Instead, we got a stupid story and a dead friend. Oh, I thought the story was okay.
We don't normally carry things of a shiny nature on the pilgrimage. Food for thought next time. Welcomer, what was that creature through the door? Åvna will motion towards where the Rukka was.
Ooh. That creature, its eye widens. I don't know. Was some kind of corrupted soul of shadow. Maybe a researcher lost here for eons? Some kind of shadow remnant.
What is this a temple of?
This is a research facility. It was made by the Beast.
Well, that sounds pleasant.
Yes, the Master is very pleasant. Unless you please her.
Well, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm hurt, I'm cold, and I'm exhausted.
Okay, well, I can watch for you. The eye drifts over and says to Kridi, "Oh, that was very entertaining. My favorite moment was when you screamed and then you stopped moving for a while. That's what many of my other friends did."
Lovely.
But none of them ever moved again. So you are special.
Yes, I was lucky.
Åvna will slide down the wall until she's sitting on the ground. And then rest her head back on the wall. Tired, and close her eyes.
So what type
Yes.
of rest are you guys taking?
I mean, probably a short one for now. I don't think this is the right place to take a long rest, honestly. What's the roughly what time of day is it? I guess. Obviously, we've been down here for a little bit, but
It's going on to evening. Like it'd be pretty late. You would say maybe in like 2 hours you would want to normally make camp.
I guess the doors seem pretty securely closed. Like they haven't been opened. They don't seem to be able to open it just on their own, essentially. So I guess we could long rest here.
I would sort of like gesture from Kridi to the other door, like we should probably close that one so that no more giant centipedes come through there, right?
Sure. I guess I'll close this one then.
Doors. There we go.
The only thing I'm worried about is that the water pressure, depending on how much is coming in, might have the force to break down. Because like the other room had water in it too, yeah. Like the one forward.
But the door was closed on the other side.
Yeah.
So there's now two doors that are closed.
So there's essentially an airlock between us
Yes.
Okay.
and the river.
So that you have to go through both of it. I don't know, I guess, yeah. Cool, fine, let's rest here then.
I'm going to
And
eat
Kridi will slump over.
I'm going to eat half a day's worth of rations to tide me over a little bit.
Oh, you're still like really starving.
Yeah, I know.
But
But it's
your energy levels feel fine. You just your insides are a bit gnawry.
I get it.
Yep. Nom nom nom. Eat half a ration. All right.
We've had good berry, yeah, so technically we don't need to eat it, but
That is true.
Well,
Technically,
I
you
do
don't
have
need
a
to eat.
good berry.
I'll hand them around. I have a few more.
yeah, I've got my own ration, so I'll eat half of mine. I'll eat half a ration too. That sounds like a good idea.
Yep, so I've already given Kridi 2 good berries, so I'll give one to each of Afanen and Rukka,
All right.
Thank
So
you.
each of you heal 1 HP.
and then I'll give one to each of the kobolds.
Oh. They say, "Ooh, thank you. Yes, excellent."
And then I'll eat the last one myself.
Mm. All right, let's just have a look at these kobolds again for a second. Dun, 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 dun,
We're
dun.
gonna set a watch roster, or are we gonna trust the
Oh.
welcome?
This kobold, he actually like starts cutting the giant centipedes apart, or this giant centipede because it's up here. And he's like cutting it into most of it he's throwing away, but there are like bits of it that he's like stringing out and putting over his spear.
Yep.
And just sort of hanging up. And then from like all that sort of awful stuff, he like rubs that against the wall and sort of makes it into like a thick paste. Although there are bits of it that like he completely throws apart, he seems to like make it into some stuff before he rests.
Cool. Afanen, you mentioned a watch. We should still keep one.
Yes, I can watch for you.
We should have someone
It's all
watch
I've
with
done
you.
for hundreds of years.
Keep you company.
Yes, you should have someone watch with me. We can tell each other stories. There was one time when this rock that I had been watching for 5 years, it slowly fell. Very exciting. I can show you where the rock was. It was over here.
Afanen can will put their hand up and motion with a 1, so basically being like, I'll go first.
Thank you. I will go second, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Anybody for
I'll take the last one. Yeah.
All right. So you guys all pass through the watch. Can each person who did do a watch, can you make me a charisma saving throw?
Charisma?
Yes.
I can attempt one. Will I make one? Chances are low. Ooh.
So is that everybody who was on watch?
No problem.
A bunch of you took last watch. Okay, so the only person who fails is Afanen, who takes first watch. And you, by the end of the first watch, you've told the watcher, the greeter, to shut up and go into the corner. And it's just sort of floating in the corner, looking at you forlornly. Has it's got a tiny little mouth, and that's all frowny, sad face.
Oh, that's sad. I feel bad now. I was also wondering if I can do something during my watch.
Yes.
Which
would you
I
like
mean,
to do?
Afanen never watches. Afanen mends clothes and stuff while supposedly watching. Afanen wanted to start, or depending on how long it takes, make a ring for Kridi.
How detailed a ring?
What he wanted to do was, I drew a picture of it, but he wanted to make a simple ring, but with a kobold on it.
Oh, okay. Can you make me a use tools? What are you making it out of, as a side note? One of the chips.
I wasn't sure. I was going to ask you what I normally make my jewelry out of.
Oh, all kinds of things.
Mm.
You can make it out of remnants, usually the most powerful things. You can make it out of chips. These come made out of various stuff. The greatest soulsmiths make it out of pure mana, that are then interlaced with certain materials, remnants, and rare metals, and all forged together with scripting. That's that's sort of the art of the soulsmith. So you make it with all those sort of things because you
Good.
were training to do that sort of stuff.
Well, I've got these like bone chips that I got.
You've also
Right.
got you've got like the remnants of the centipede swarm if you want to use those.
Oh, that
You
would be
can
cool, actually. Yeah.
yeah, you can actually strip the binding out of the giant centipedes if you would prefer. Each like every spirit beast has like a binding inside it if they're like large enough.
Yeah, cool. Well, I would like to do that then.
All right, sure. Can you make me a skill challenge with your tool set?
So I just click on
Um,
Jeweler's Tools, or
yes, absolutely. So this will just be a 3-1 for this very simple ring. Or sorry, 3-3, just to make it simple. Yep.
using Dexterity.
Yeah, if that's what you'd like to use.
Nice.
Yep, that's good. And do it again. Yep, that's also a success. And one last time. Yes, those are all successes. All right, so you at the start is like really simple. You're sort of like stripping the components away, putting them all together. Okay, this was a DC 11 check. Then you're sort of combining them all together and making sure the balance is correct. This is a DC 13 check, and the last one was a DC 15 check to make sure that nothing was unstable and didn't like explode in your hands. That was like the dangerous check. But yes, you managed to make you forge like this ring. It actually, you don't have any setbacks, so it doesn't actually take you additional time. You're easily able to put it together with what you have in that night, and you can invest it with like something that you know how to do. So you could give it like some minor ability that you would like it to have. So in this case, you could give it something that you can do.
Not a lot.
You've got reflex saving throws, don't you? You're trained in reflex saving throws?
Which one's reflex?
Dexterity, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have it so that they're able to reroll one dex save one time.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds good.
Yeah. So using it will destroy the ring, but yep, you could use the ring to reroll a dexterity saving throw.
And then, can I roll a sleight of hand to see if I can put it onto Åvna's head while she's still asleep?
Absolutely. Yes. Åvna,
Mm-hmm.
can you make me a perception check? All right.
Damn.
I was giving you a -5 because you were like sleeping, but you still make it. Okay, you've been prepared for the Norns. Also, like during your life, you've upset a lot of people, and they have come for like payback, the smarter ones during the night. So you're never really helpless. So as Afanen tries to put the ring on your finger, you wake up. Now, you don't like startle when you wake up or anything like that. You just come awake, you
Mm-hmm.
take in what's going around you, and you can choose how you would like to react to it.
Just very quietly. What are you doing?
Yeah, Afanen just kind of like leaves the ring where it is, probably like on her like fingernail or something, like half on, and just like hands up, like scoots further back into the corner.
I'll take the ring off the tip of my finger and look at it. You made this, or you give this to me?
Yeah, I mean, he kind of gestures to the jeweler's tools that are still kind of like in his lap.
Why?
He shrugs.
Is this, and he'll motion with the ring towards her, is this part of your hedgehog tribe? Is it tradition?
He like shakes his head, but he shakes his head, but he also touches his own rings and his own jewelry.
Do you make them for the others as well?
He shakes his head.
Why?
He gestures to the kobold that's on the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gestures to you. He gestures to the spear that you let him use when you cross the ice bridge. And he gestures to his heart, trying to sort of indicate like when he almost died.
I was making insight just to try and get some kind of gist of what's going on with that. It's darkish. Is it dark in here, or is there light? We haven't needed a light source so far.
So there is light in here.
Mhm.
So, for example, that thing that's like floating around.
Yep.
Yep, the greeter, it like gives off light.
Uh-huh.
And also just the room itself seems to be lit.
So this is thanks.
He nods.
You need not thank me. We are all in this together. But I will accept it. Thank you. And then she'll put it on her finger. This doesn't mean we're married in your tribe, does it?
He shakes his head like real quickly.
Okay. Well, thank you, I guess. And then she will close her eyes back and try to get some more sleep.
Is that all Åvna was doing while on watch?
Yep.
All right.
Hey, Wisdom 19, Charisma 5.
Was anybody else going to shirk their watching duty and just do random stuff?
No.
No?
Just me? Okay.
I was going to tell the greeter to just silently watch me so that he could have a story to tell the next person that comes about how I stood guard.
Did anybody have to go on watch after Rukka? Was his final watch or middle watch?
Kridi was last.
I was last.
Kridi was last?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's legendary.
Oh no!
Where's that saving throw? Kridi, you had disadvantage because, ouch. You have to listen to that for like a bunch of hours. So a 7. That is definitely a fail. Yeah. You also have like told the greeter to shut up and get in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And so when everybody wakes in the morning, the greeter's off over here, up in the corner, facing the wall. You can see its little arms dangling.
That's gold.
Everybody, that's a full rest. You can get rid of any points of fatigue you have. If you've lost 1 point of exhaustion, you can remove 1 point of exhaustion. And yeah, go back to full HP, regain half your hit dice, which in this case is 1. Not that anybody had lost 1. Get all your spell slots back, all your abilities, blah blah blah. Do a full rest.
So I'm on 2 fatigue. Do I go down to 1? Yeah? Is that right?
0.
No. So fatigue goes
Oh.
to 0. If you
Okay.
had any exhaustion, it would only go down 1 step.
Okay.
Yeah.
But fatigue is the one that we do when we die, or death saving throws. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah, when you go down, you get a point of fatigue. Full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
There are also death
Which
saving throws
affects
that
us
they don't
and
return.
attacks with exhaustion effects, essentially.
Yes.
Quick question.
It's bad to go down.
Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
The remnants or the spirit animals, are they actually animals still, or are they more akin to a magical beast? I'm asking
Ooh.
because I have, as a druid, spells such as animal friendship.
Okay, they are more like a magical beast, but that's a setting thing, not a spell thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still animal until they become like a full-on spirit beast. So the magical beasts would be ones that have like actual sentience and stuff like that for spell effects.
Sure.
Otherwise, yeah, they'll still count as beasts, but
No worries.
yes,
That's right.
sort of, yeah.
I'll take it and see how it works out. Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Well, we don't really have time for a big drawn out combat unless people want to go long. So I'm happy to call it there, unless people all agree to go for longer.
Big drawn out combat? You mean we can't talk our way out of this?
No, I think it's fair to say that the shadow thing that eats life force, you probably couldn't talk your way out of.
It just needs a good story.
Yeah.
Well, someone else should tell it then.
Hey, the story was great, just the telling was not great.
Well, I don't
I'd
have to
be-
work tomorrow, so...
Yes, I'd be down, but obviously it's up to other people.
Just type Y in chat if you want, or N if you don't. Anybody who says N, we're done. So first N and we're out.
I don't really care either way. I can't stay up too late though.
Yep, that's fine. Just yeah. Hey.
What is E?
Thanks, Ben.
Either way.
Okay, fine. We'll do the next scene. What do people want to do in the morning?
So,
I'm going to cast Goodberry again and fill up my pouch with 10 berries since they last for 24 hours.
Yep.
And then I'll break fast with the other half of my day's rations.
Oh, feels good.
Yep.
Still hungry, but
The
feels good.
and also the kobold who butchered the giant centipede.
Yep.
Do you wish to cook what you have cut up?
So he has formed this like meat fat rendering sort of paste. And he's like formed it into like blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Good as is," and hands you like a block of it.
I have just eaten, but I will put this and have it later, I guess. It looks like my mother's cooking.
Yeah, it looks about as appetizing. Yep,
And
absolutely.
she'll cook a kind of a lopsided smile as she says it, and which is kind of half smile, half grimace.
Okay, you can make a persuasion check with advantage. Super friendly. 10. It's not like you failed by much, so no harm done. It
Well-
just sort of is like nods at you,
It's the truth. It was like my
not
mother's
really
cooking.
sure what's going on. And you can see that it like takes down the sort of jerky stuff that it's been making over its stick,
Mhm.
the dried meat, and it adds all that sort of stuff to a pouch.
I'll put on
And
here Centipede fat block.
yes, it's definite trail rations right there.
Hmm.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm. As you guys are all like getting up, the eye floats over, avoiding Afanen and Kridi, and comes and talks to Rukka. Ah, Rukka, you were most impressive last night. Are you going to stand the watch again?
We will, but we'll do it tomorrow night. So stay
Ooh.
tuned.
Oh, I will. I look forward to seeing you then.
Can you write everything down? Can you write? Are you able to?
I don't have anything to write on or with,
Just
and I'm not
scratch into
allowed
the-
to. I'm not allowed to do harm to the room or myself.
Okay, well, I guess we should try and leave.
Tragic.
Alrighty. Who wants to open
Seeing
that
as,
door?
do you want me to, Critty?
Oh, you got. No, I've got this. It's okay.
Sure, I could do a little blade ward dance in front of it. That might work.
I mean, better you be ready to hit whatever you were fighting on the other side.
Fair call.
Cool. So I will again try to open this,
All right.
and everybody can get ready as they.
As the door opens. All right, so you can see into this room. Now, over here, oh, I need to change so you can actually see my pings. Over here, you can see that the ceiling is like smashed in. Yes, you can see all this rubble.
Yep.
You can see that there's like water pouring into this area. It looks like the room's about half full of water. Yeah, it looks to be about up to sort of 4-ish feet of water. Pretty heavy going.
Fun.
Mhm.
Which way do we go, right or left?
You go right.
Okay.
Wait a
And
second.
he points off in this direction.
So that's left.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Left. He holds his hands up and puts both of them in the same, like, in opposite directions to each other. And he says, yes, left. And he holds up his left hand.
Are you taking the lead, Rukka?
I can, yeah. There were more sigil things over that way.
But there was also something to fight. Yes.
Yeah, over the other way. So why don't we try stealthing it?
Through water.
He can't hurt us yet.
Yes, I can see whatever it is just off to my side.
All right, you want me to go first then, Åvna?
I think
Sure.
you should probably go first.
All right, up me through the water.
You are the most bellicose here. And Åvna will, before you go in, touch you and cast resistance on you.
Cool.
Mm.
So that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to come all the way
Just half speed when you're going through the water.
Half speed. So there.
So
So there's 3 more panels. One, I assume, closes the door that we just came through. I assume that's where the other door is.
that's correct. There's a door here and a door here.
I reckon one goes back into that first room we were in. But
You were
come on
wandering
in,
next
guys.
to you, and yeah, that looks like it goes back to where we were before.
I reckon this one goes back to where we were before. I reckon this one takes us through to a different place.
Do you wish me to go first? Afanen.
Yeah, Afanen will nod for sure.
For a second there, the way you'd grabbed them and dragged them across, I thought it was some like giant centipede monster that was like 15 feet long.
I was going, no, there's three of them.
No, it's just the kobolds hustling their friend through as you all pour into this room.
Pretty.
Yep.
Can you do this one for us?
Sure. I will once again channel and open the door.
I'm going to stand there ready to whack something.
Yep, is everybody where they want to be?
I'll move in a bit further.
Tell me when you're all in position.
Just be down there.
Havana?
Maybe I should do.
All right, you open the door.
Ah!
Mistakes were
Okay.
made.
So you can see into this room. Da-da-da. Okay, and this big creature. No, shift set. Yeah, shift set. All right.
Oh, that looks lovely.
This large creature seems to be made out of ice. Okay, it's some kind of ice construct, and you think it's been formed simply by the density of the mana in this area. This is a completely mindless creation, this mana beast. And you know that they feed on anything that has mana flowing through it, which is all of you now that you are full spirit warriors.
Did you replace the dynamic lighting because that room has suddenly become black once more? It was there. It was open for a second and then it was closed.
What? I didn't do anything to dynamic lighting. Wait up, let me go to dynamic lighting. Oh. It put the door back. How did it even do that? I wasn't on the dynamic lighting layer. Oh shit. No. What's undo? Control Z?
Mm-hmm.
Typically, yes.
Uh-huh. That's what I must have done before.
It happened just as you were about to do Shift Z. So what happened is you hit Control Z, obviously, instead of Shift Z first. So you undid the removal of the door.
Oh, excellent. All right. Anyway, yes, you realize that it was aware of you before you opened the door somehow, and you guys can just go straight to initiative. Yeah, no one is particularly surprised. You were prepared for anything as you opened the door, and you knew you were there.
Through the dust suck now. There we go.
Mm. All right. Afanen, you have seized the initiative.
I could only really see like part of it. So do I need to get closer or?
But you can see it.
I can see like a little tentacle.
Oh. Then it's going to get a big bonus to its AC if you're making a ranged attack.
Okay. So if I
Oh.
move,
Yeah, it will. I mean, you've got a fair line. Well, like where you are, you can see it. You could certainly shoot at it, but it would get a cover bonus. Yes.
okay.
It's
I
still
don't
going to
know.
get a cover bonus there.
Yeah, I think I'll just stay here. I'll just shoot it and see what
Yep.
happens. I guess.
Okie dokie. Oh, I pushed you below for some reason. Yeah, that is definitely a hit.
And I might favored foe because I long rested, so I get them back, right?
That's correct. You can use one of your favored foes.
Mhm.
You deal an additional D4 damage. Ooh. Very nice. All right, so your arrow strikes it. And it looks like you really jammed it right into one of those ice tentacles, shattering part of it.
Cool.
All right. Rukka.
How many charges did that runestone of mine have?
Just one.
Oh, this is an ice creature. It's going to hurt. I'm going to Burning Hands it.
Yep. Okay, so you hit it with the burning hands. Yeah, ooh. 11 damage. And it's a reflex save, isn't it? A dexterity
is.
save. Yeah. Dexterity, what's that? 7. It fails. Ow. It burns. It does not have any resistance. Yep. That sprays across it. Looks fairly effective. Melts it a bit. Looks a little bit melty. All right. The winged kobolds. Yeah, they're not interested in that. They're going to move over to this panel and be like, "Hey, someone should open the panel. That'd be cool." That seems really dangerous. All right. That's going to make it its go. Oh. Hey, somebody approached me. What up? All right, it's going to attack Rukka. Only has one attack. Ooh, 11. It misses.
It does.
Sure. All right, that's going to make it Åvna's go.
I'm gonna fling some fire at it.
13. That is a hit. Ah.
That will be it for me. Actually,
All right.
I'll step to there.
It looks pretty damaged at this stage. You can see that you've like put some big cracks in the ice. It's melty. There's an arrow has like smashed one of the tendrils. Yep. All right. Kridi, it's your go.
Lovely. I guess I'll come in and hit it with Shillelagh, all the usual. Guess I'll just sit here and go whack. 9 probably doesn't hit.
9 does not hit.
Cool.
Oh no.
Oh, right. That's going to...
I like that really quiet, but oh no.
It is Afanen's go.
Uh,
Afanen, you think you hear a...
I hear a shadow. I'm gonna move to here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then shoot the octopus again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got way less cover from that angle. Yep. But there are people in the way now. But a 16 is still good enough to hit it. Wow, its AC is terrible. I guess it's a big ice thing. It's not super fast. 6 points of damage. Blink. And can you guys see its health bar? Just as a question.
Nope,
Or can only I see that?
I can,
No.
I can only see one health bar other than mine, and that is Rukka's.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I can only see
right.
mine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can only see Rookers too.
I also have a label on my token, my name label, which I can see, but I cannot see any other name labels. But it's not critical at the moment. Since you're using the term bloodied, you could always just stick a red circle on it to indicate if it's bloodied or not.
Oh,
You know, like that.
sorry. Like what?
Since you're using the term bloodied in the game, if you want to use
Oh,
that as a
yeah,
marker, you
I
could
can
always
use this. Yeah,
just go like that. Yeah.
Yep. Makes sense. All right, for bloodied instead of me describing it as smashed up. All right, that will make it Rukka's go.
So it's gonna have to be 200 quarterstaff. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Unless its AC is as terrible as the giant
No,
slugs.
it's not. It's not that bad. All right, so yeah, that's going to make it the kobolds go. Oh, yeah, this is not cool, guys. What's going on? Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna remove him. They're just carrying him. And this guy. And it starts reaching for you.
Rukka, we found your friend.
It's the octopus. Gonna attack one of you guys. Low, it's gonna be Kridi.
Very good.
Oh, no, it's Rukka.
Yep.
14. I'm guessing that hits.
That does hit.
Ugh. Doesn't have damage on. Let's just do that again. The damage. 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
Yes, 12 HP. And it grabs you. All right. That's going to make it Åvna's go.
Okay. Let me.
You can make a perception check for me, Åvna.
Sure, I will do that right now.
19. Yes. Okay, this thing is sort of moving in and out of the shadows. It doesn't seem to really be in one place at a time. But you do narrow it down. You know where it is. Okay, you're like, that's the real shadow. Like you can see its mana and its corporeal body like sort of coalesce in one
I
particular
almost took Fairy Fire as well, but didn't. Alright, so moment of minor panic, but the produce flame, which was going to be going towards the octopus, is now going towards this thing as I call out, your shadowy guys back here.
You hit it. Not particularly well, but you hit it directly.
As a bonus action, can I push Afanen out of the way?
Yes, you can push Afanen 5 feet.
Sure. I will do so.
Where do you want to push me?
I'm pushing you directly away from, so down there, yep.
Or unless you want to resist it, Afanen.
No.
No? Okay. Then yes, you can push Afanen out of the way.
Mhm.
All right. That's going to make it Kridi's go.
So this thing has grabbed Rukka.
Who seems to now be unconscious in
Awesome.
its tentacle.
In that case, I will.
Collateral damage. Running through and close the door.
I guess I'll keep hitting it. Like, I guess, yeah. Like, rather, I'm not strong enough to try and free him, so killing it seems to be the best way to go. Nope, never mind. That's horrible.
Yeah, that is bad.
Yep, that's my turn.
All right. That's going to make it Afanen's go.
Can I shoot the octopus
Yeah, absolutely.
without hitting anyone?
Hopefully. Yes, that certainly hits the octopus without hitting anybody else. Feel free to roll that favored foe. All right.
Oh right, hold on, never mind. I will. Sorry, as a bonus action, I will cast Healing Word because that seems like a good idea, actually.
Yes, very well. You can do that.
Healing the octopus. Betrayal.
Yeah, no, not quite.
Yes, feel free to heal Rukka with
There
healing.
you go, max healing, nice. Have 7
Ooh.
HP back.
Okay, now you're awake, being grappled by.
Ah!
Look, it's better than not being awake.
Is it for Rukka though? Really?
I mean, it means they can actually try to escape.
It means they get to try to escape, and it also means they can build up an additional point of fatigue
Yes.
if it attacks them again. All right, so that was Afanen, which does actually make it Rukka's go. Rukka, you're being grappled by this octopus. That being said, you can still just hit it. You don't have to try and break free. Grappled
Yeah,
just means you're not allowed to move.
Alright. Hitting it, it is.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Nice.
Big oof time. It's staggering. You see
Yeah,
the
see,
little
I told
line of finish it appear above it.
Mess with the carrot.
At which stage?
On.
The kobolds rush in.
When they hear the get the
Finish him.
horns, the kill stealers, as they shall now be named in the myths and the legends of kobold kind, come in and miss, and the other guy, he's gonna come in and he's gonna attack with advantage because there's 4 of you on it. He hits, and minimum damage kills it. So yeah, that's how they do it, boys. That's how it's done.
And
Oh, not the kobold.
and Aaron's using he who striketh the killing blow gets the XP.
Yep.
Just you wait. Finishing blows only. No. That's going to
I
make
think
it.
they've taken their dead kobold friend with them into the fight.
No, sorry, he slumped on the floor over
Oh,
here.
he's still there. Okay, I thought they carried him over.
No, he's on the floor over there. Yes, they did it together, Weekend at Bernie style.
I thought it was going to be like C-3PO and Chewbacca in Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. That would actually be legit. Anyway, the shadow reaches out with its tendrils. Let's see how you go.
AC 12.
Oh, that's definitely a hit. You take
is.
9 points of necrotic damage,
Ouch.
and more importantly, the big D4. 1 point of strength drain. Yum 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 yum.
Alright.
Alright. And that's going to make it Åvna's go.
Right. Okay. I am going to cast Cure Light Wounds or Cure Wounds upon myself. I think that is an acceptable thing to do at this point in time.
Yes. You go back to full. Ooh.
And that will be it for me.
Alright. That's going to make it Kridi's go.
Cool. So this thing's down here, but there tends to be some commotion outside. So I'm going to go 1, 3. Oh, hey, cool. There's a shadow. How well can I see it?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
You're not really sure exactly where it is. You think you know.
Cool. I guess I'll step up here and attempt to attack it then.
Yeah, sure. You have disadvantage. Swing
Mhm.
away.
I figured.
No. That is a miss.
Cool.
Alright. Are you done?
That is my turn.
Alrighty. Afanen.
Yeah, I guess I roll perception to see how well I can see this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. 14. That's not enough. You will have disadvantage while attacking it.
Okay.
A 14 hits it, even with disadvantage. All right, 6 points of damage. Your arrow just sort of mostly passes through it. You do notice that it like sort of disrupts a little bit of the shadow mana, but it doesn't seem to be a very effective weapon.
Wrong weapon every time.
Not every time you will find against the octopus thing.
That's true, but I didn't have the fire like everybody else.
Rukka.
Yep. All right. Let's come back out. I can't get to it. So I'm just going to come back over near the slumped body of their friend. Just wait for an opening.
All right.
Oh wait, I can go past. I can go to there, can't I?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what I'm doing.
All right.
And then I'm going. Do I need to make a?
You need to make a perception check to not attack it with disadvantage, but since the lower roll is a 13, we'll brush over it. So a 13 is a hit. Damage is 3. Sure, you didn't have disadvantage. You still get a 13. 3. Again, this quarterstaff, not the most effective weapon. All right, but you do knock it about a little bit. All right, that's going to make it the kobolds goes. They're going to come back into the room and pick up their body. It's go. This soulless monster only wants one thing now. It's had a taste. Delicious. It will try to eat Åvna again.
AC 12.
Just put roll damage on. There we go. Yes. That is a hit. 8 points of necrotic damage. And you take 2 points of strength damage.
This character sheet has no way of putting strength
Yeah,
damage
I
on.
know. You have to put it to the side. It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do
What
is
can I say?
I'm going to put over here max. That's a number only. Let me just go back into bio. Max strength is 16 normally. Right, so done.
All right. Yeah, and you're after it, so your action.
All right. I am going to hit it with some produce flame.
Yes, that does hit it. Well, it burns a bit. That seems effective. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to make a Kridi's go.
Guess I'll try to hit it again.
Do you want to make a perception check to see if you've got advantage or disadvantage?
Indeed, I do.
I mean, you can roll and find out after, but let's just do this. No, you will not. You will still be at disadvantage. So make that attack roll. Oh, that's good. 20. A big hit.
Mhm.
Oh, jeez. Ow, you smash it to pieces.
Yes,
That's,
I figured does my magical shillelagh club actually seem to affect it?
it sure does. It smashes the shadows away. And the chaos is destroyed. Ground under
Lovely.
your staff. Oof. All right, you guys have defeated that. I think that this is a fair point for us to end now. You have
Yep.
crushed your opponents here. There's 4 feet of water sort of in this room, slowly rising.
Before we finish, I'll just eat 3 good berries to bring my health up to 5.
Yeah, absolutely. Do anything you guys do want to do
Can I
out of
collect my
combat.
arrows?
Yep, you can collect your arrows. You can just collect the ones that hit things. If you miss, they break.
Oh, okay. Did I miss it all? I think I missed once.
I'm not even sure you did miss.
Rewatch the video in a couple days' time.
No, I don't.
Vanna never misses. Except
I-
when trying to do literally anything else.
Savannah's been on
I
fire
don't
with
think you
combat
did
this
miss.
session.
Yeah, you didn't miss.
Oh, I failed the perception, but I still hit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. You failed a bunch of checks, quite a lot of checks actually, but you hit with every attack. So yeah, feel free to collect those arrows. All right. Yeah, out of combat stuff, and I just want to 16 4 feet. Water. Let's make that 20 and red. Oh, that didn't. Damn it. Just so everybody's aware. All right. Good session, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was good. We didn't
Yeah.
die. Good job. Only went down a lot of times.
Yeah, not through lack of trying.
Oh,
I
Hit
didn't
it
almost die
close.
this time.
Rukka, man, you're making it interesting. You're keeping it real.
Yeah, impulse control is not a teenager's strong suit.
Do we get experience? Question mark.
Oh, you guys want your experience? Yeah, sure. Let me just tell you what that is. You get 100. That's 100 again, so that's 200. That's 100. So 300. 400. Gee, what? 100. Yeah. 500. What are you worth? Oh man. 700, 800. Yep, 800 XP divided amongst 4 players, so everybody gets 200 experience. That includes the experience for the Watcher and sorry, the Greeter and the Kill Stealers, as they are now known.
Legit.
All right. Great session.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll pick it up again in 2 weeks, probably. We'll see.
Cool.
We'll see.
How Ben's gone.
Yeah, I should know hopefully in the next 48 hours whether
All
our
right.
approval's going through or not.
If you can't